Hi, Coach. Throughout most of the season, this has been a pretty solid defensive team, yet lately, especially late in games, the team has been losing games and allowing goals. How are you addressing that with the team that you can share with us, obviously?
Yeah, I think over the post Cincinnati Leagues Cup game, it's become something that's gave us a problem. The Cincinnati game, and then not in Tigres, not in New England, but then obviously Chicago is disappointing. We lose 2 points, and then in Columbus we lose a point because we should. If you score 2 away, you should get at least a point. So it's one that we address in the video room. It's one we address on the training pitch, because ultimately the structure and how we defend the box is really clear. In the moment, being able to absorb the pressure and being able to focus and being able to execute, stopping crosses, marking in the box, defending the back post, these are things that do stop you getting points, because the nature of our league is you're put under pressure, especially on the road, right? But we've shown that we've done it on the road in Toronto, on the road in Philadelphia, on the road in New England. We saw those games out when we were under pressure, so we can do it. For us, it's about taking the moment to develop in that area and make sure that, because it's going to be the same at DC, it's going to be the same on the road, right? At this stage of the season, everyone is pushing for points, so they're going to be direct, they're going to throw balls in your box, and you got to stay resolute in those moments.
Just to follow up, 2 weeks ago when you lost Matt Freese and you lost James Sands, knee injury and concussion, can you give us an update on them and if there's a chance that they might play on Saturday?
Yeah, James Sands went through the concussion protocol, and it was quite lucky we're in an international break, right? So he wasn't called into an international team, so he had plenty of time. He went through the 7-day process. Medical team were really happy with him, and he's been in training now for the whole week. So he's passed. Matt Freese is going through the process. For us, it's about whether he's ready. The MCL sprain that he got is a typical 3-week injuries, and we're in week 2. So we're trying to push him. We're trying to make sure that we can get him ready. But in Luis Barraza, we have a goalkeeper that went in Columbus. And, when you come off the bench, it's not easy. So for us, it's about making sure that Matt is right, because he's been a real high performer for us.
Thank you.
We'll go to the Zoom. Oliver?
Hi, thank you. This is Oliver Strand with Hudson River Blue. Another question about unavailable players. What's going on with Andres Perea?
He's back with the team, so he's fully fit. He's back in the squad. He's back in the team. He'll be back for the DC game, and I've been really pleased with his progress. This 2-week period gave him an opportunity to really push his intensity. He got some game minutes over the 2 weeks, which has prepared him for this game. So he's back with the team, and is really we're really happy to have him back.
Chris Campbell?
Hey, Coach. Chris Campbell from the outfield. Luis Barraza got the start for NYCFC 2 over the weekend. Was that start really just to give more minutes in preparation for this upcoming weekend against DC? And how else have you been looking to keep the team sharp over the international break?
Yes, that was why Luis played in the NYCFC 2 game. It was a good opportunity for him to get more minutes, to prepare himself for this one. For us, it was a good period to give the team some rest, actually, because if you look at our schedule post Austin, I actually think we probably had the most difficult, or one of the most difficult schedules in both conferences, in the sense of not only the amount of games we went on the road consistently for 4 or 5 games, then we went through Leagues Cup, and we were really pleased to advance through the first knockout round. The second knockout round went to Columbus. Tough game against Tigres. I think the team then went home to Chicago, then away to Columbus, difficult place again. So it was a good opportunity to give the team some rest, and they had that across the first week. And the second week, we really pushed the intensity, got some game minutes in. We're able to put the team into a place where we could work on what we believe is going to be the next steps for us, pushing the team into a good position, into getting better results. So for us, it was a really timely period.
Andrew?
Hi, Andrew Lee of Hudson River Blue. I want to ask about DC United. You beat them earlier in the season in April. They've been in better form and still have the obviously leading scorer in the league in Benteke, and their style is sort of the very like high press direct approach. So I wonder, how much do you look back at the game in April? How much does that like sort of influence how you prepare and like line up for this game?
Yeah, of course we look at that game. We look at the good parts and the areas we need to be better in that game, because it's a natural matchup, right? It's when we last played them, but both teams have evolved since then. Ourselves definitely. DC are in form at the moment. Really well coached team. I think the way that Troy is coaching them and has improved the team and has, really embedded the style that he believes in and the style that has become effective for them in the sense of, how they create chances, how they make the game difficult for the opposition, how they create chances for Christian Benteke, who is clinical. For us, it's going to be a really difficult game. So, yeah, we used our game, but we've also used, Chicago, Montreal, Atlanta, all of those games that they've played lately that, they've been in real form.
Oliver, do you have another question?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, I'll jump into it. Hi, thank you. A question about Alonso Martinez. He's really proving himself as a striker. He's become the most consistent goal scorer on this team. And yet he has yet to play a full 90 minutes this season. Is that because there are so many options at striker and you want to give minutes to Mounsef and Jovan? Or is there another reason why he hasn't gone a full game this year?
I think there's definitely competition in the number 9 position, and to have players like Jovan Mijatovic and Mounsef Bakara that can come off the bench, that are fresh, that can change the style and impact the style of the game based on their qualities is definitely a huge benefit to have. Alonso has been incredibly clinical. His goals per 90 show that. His goals that he's added lately have, gave us the goals that we have. He's been scoring braces and individual goals. Now, I think what has really pleased me is his work out of possession, his pressing intensity, the effort that he puts into the other side of the game really helps the team, and that takes its toll on everybody. You look at the style, the intensity that we play at, I think that's really pleased me, and for guys to do that over 95, 96 minutes is difficult. So we use our bench, we use the quality that we have in the squad to change the team, and there's the reason why I think Mounsef came into the Columbus game and showed that we can impact the game with a substitute. I believe the goal he scores, we should get a point from the game. We don't, and we have to move on and we have to develop from that.
Great. Last question, Chris?
Hey, Coach. Jovan was just away on international duty. Just wanted to, one, confirm that he's back with the team after international duty, and then two, I know he scored while away for Serbia. What do you think scoring a goal for his national team will do for his confidence in coming back to New York City? Yeah,
he is back. Yeah, he's in training this morning. I think I watch all of our players' international games. I watched Alonso Martinez's game. I watched Mijatović's, both his games. I watched Thomas Romero's game. I watched Jovan's game. For me, it's really good to see them in their environment with their national teams. And for Jovan, he played off the right, cutting in on the left foot, got the goal chance, and took the goal. So for him, that has to build. It's going to give goal scorers confidence when they score. And for us, we could keep pushing him, keep developing him, a young number 9 that we believe can score lots of goals for us, and the opportunities will be there for him. It's competitive in the number 9 between Alonso, who is scoring, Mounsef came off the bench and scored, and Jovan, who we believe will be a good goal scorer for us. So we just got to keep pushing these guys, because goals are what's going to help us win games.